Hello, my monstrosities. Hello once again. Today I bring to you a Singularity discussion video with gameplay in the background. If you've seen the title, and if I haven't changed it to back out to, make sure that YouTube isn't mad at me, this is going to be talking about your DbD baddie main's favorite baddie. Which you might, disagree with what I mean initially because you'd be like, wait, my favorite DBD main plays Huntress or whatever. But something very funny happened when I was trying to get this footage a while ago. If you remember when I asked you all, who do you think is the best user of Rapid Brutality? I was doing a bunch of funky things and some testing, and there was a lot of people that said it's either Clown, Slinger, or it's Singularity, but only if you're running Soma Family Photo. And I was also testing just Singularity at the time, trying to have fun with this character. Because if you've seen the last Singularity video I've done on this channel, it's a while ago, um, I've talked about how I'm not too much of a fan of playing Singularity. Which is funny because the thing that is making me make this video, or drove me to make this video, is that a lot of us DbD bad guy mains like the idea of Singularity, and then there's playing Singularity. That's not to say that it's the same level as pain as, how I complain about the things that makes Trickster annoying to play as, outside of the PTB. But it's funny because I saw three separate content creators that are all bad guy mains talk about, oh man, yeah, I love Singularity. The only reason I don't play him more is that I can't really interact with chat, and he's really solid and really fun. I don't know why more people don't play him. And all three of them got stomped on him. And that's not to say that this character is bad, but I just thought it was hilarious because it was three separate people. I don't believe that they coordinated this because it was across several days. But I was just watching some DbD streams, and everybody's like, yeah, more people should play Singularity. And they all got like just their stuff kicked in. It was hilarious for me, who, I've kind of folded on trying to play this character because of all the things that get in the way and yada yada yada. But it was just hilarious to see this perspective of how I'm like, maybe I am just that bad. Maybe I'm not a good Singularity. Maybe I need to put more time into the character. And they all three of them got rolled. And I'm not talking about like, oh, it was close where, two got out. It was a tie game. No, got rolled. And I'm like, I don't play this game 8 hours a day for stream. Uh, I do not make a living off of this video game here. And better people than me play the character probably better. Now, I do know of the, just the de facto Singularity main that's on YouTube, and I do like his content. Um, I'll go ahead and just hope that they don't turn out to be a bad person behind closed doors and say, I've seen Coco Latte's videos. I was binging his videos while trying to record this one and a couple of other Singularity games to make the last Singularity video. But it was pretty funny that everybody has a positive opinion of this character, but we don't seem to be very good at it, right? Like that's a very interesting dichotomy where it's just like, I guess that proves you don't need to be good at something to have fun with it, but it would help, right? And that's not to say that Singularity needs any buffs. I do think Larry's in a good spot, but it is really frustrating to play as Larry. There's things that get in the way, and it's not like where you're playing as Ghostface, where you could just kind of, try to shimmy a little bit to the right. And mind you, we all know how we hate Ghostface reveal both sides of the coin, right? One person's just like, I'm looking dead at him, and I don't know how he's not revealed. And then the Ghostface is just like, a rock just revealed me somehow. I don't know how a wall had the ability to reveal me. So that's Ghostface, but at least I don't know, Ghostface, you're moving. With Larry, you're kind of just stationary in one way or another. You can't do anything. If your camera is just on a wall and they go, I'm gonna just shimmy a little bit to the left, it's just over. You can't really readjust, and you go, well, yeah, you shouldn't be putting your biopods up far enough away from you to not be able to shoot another one. And then there's the EMPs, and it's just a lot. So this video is kind of not a cry for help, because I don't really, like I said, I don't see myself playing much Larry these days, or in general. Once I saw the character and got my hands on him, off rip I knew this one isn't really for me. If I do really appreciate the idea of Larry. I really do, and I really did want to like him a little bit more. I'm not the hugest fan of sci-fi horror, so that kind of took me out of the gate. And I know you're like, but Monster, you said you like Resident Evil and Alien. Hey, the rest of it is psychological and folk horror for me. So, you know, it's one of those things where those are the few exceptions. Everything else is kind of stupid. If my friends can tell you, I will rant about Splice. Maybe that'll be a video one day, but not today. So this one is just kind of a Singularity, not an homage, but really, what are we doing with Larry? Do you like Larry? This isn't the end of this video by any means, but just right about here, I want you to think and tell me, do you like Larry? I think we all like the concept, right? I think we all like that, hey, it'd be dope to teleport from a camera onto a person, but the execution just takes so much. It takes so much. And this isn't the first video I've done like this for Singularity specifically. A while back, I made a video in response to a video that Scott Jund had asked one time. He was just like, why is nobody playing Singularity? Which was around Singularity's release. And yeah, I was kind of just doing the YouTube thing and trying to figure out what I'm doing on YouTube, if I'm being honest with you, and made a video response that was just like, hey, I'm not playing it because it's just too much for too little. And I do still feel that way, but to a lesser extent. So, a lot for a little, meaning at the end of the day, your power is to vault faster, break things faster, and teleport to people. And all of that is dependent on looking at people Ghostface style and stationary pods. But I could just break things faster by being Billy or Bubba. I could just vault things faster by being Legion or Wesker. I could teleport to people by being Hag or Nurse. And it's a guaranteed teleport to the person. I don't have to hope that they don't turn the corner slightly, right? I don't have to hope that a leaf on the tree that I placed it on isn't in the way. And I don't want this to take too much away from Singularity, because this will be one time where I feel behavior is owed a little bit more credit than what they're given. The amount of coding and work that probably had to be done for Singularity, now it's been years since I've touched coding. That was back in high school. But this is kind of a technical marvel given the constraints of this old engine, right? We're looking at an engine in which sometimes you just bump off of invisible things and textures don't play the way you want them to. There's well, now they've removed like Sky Billy and things of the sort. But this isn't the most technologically advanced engine a game could be on, and we've all talked about it at one point or another. So for them to bring out something still like Singularity is kind of cool, given what all needs to happen with these like true or false situations. Like, hey, if person sees person, can teleport, but within limit of X, Y, and Z, and that's just me going on a very what's that? Scratch at this point. I don't think even think that's Python. That'd be Scratch level of thinking. All right, so not only is the concept very interesting and should be rewarding, but from a technical standpoint, it's kind of dope too. Which I guess goes to the next point of why I'm a little bit upset that I don't like Singularity more. I do really like the relentless playstyle. I've I've talked about it several times on this channel that's just my kind of MO, right? I do enjoy, as some people go, not thinking, but I think there's more thinking to be done to know when your opportunity to more or less strike is, when you can really just let it rip and get the results that you want. I've talked about several times that my gameplay isn't very flashy. I don't go for style points, and my personality is just very efficiency based. I don't do extra steps. I feel that whatever I'm doing, if I can do it in the least amount of steps possible with the quickest results, that's more me. So, Singularity is kind of the antithesis to my general enjoyment in life, I guess, while looking really cool. Because I don't want to have to, okay, I've set up a camera, okay, they have bubblegum on them. Alright, now I gotta look at them again to get to the bubblegum, or I have to pull out my I was going to say a word that I don't know if is safe for you. Yeah, there's content on it. My portal maker, um, to get to the bubble gum too. But wait, there's a leaf in the way, so it's just too much for me. And I want to know if any of you are Singularity mains. This game that I have running in the background, if I've done this right, is one of the first times I've ever had fun on Singularity. Ever had fun on Singularity. So if you're wondering, like, man, these weren't the optimal plays, I was literally finally having fun for once on this character, and that's what this is. But I really wanted to make this video to kind of address how funny it is that everybody can agree that Singularity is really cool in concept, but the reason none of us are playing them is because we keep deluding ourselves to think that it actually is more fun to play. I don't know. I'm not going to act like you can't be a Singularity main, and if you are, let me know down below, but I just don't know. It's a lot for a little in my eyes, and we all think that he looks cool, kind of, plays cool, kind of, but we keep getting rolled, and it just isn't fun to get rolled all day now, is it? So, yeah, if you like the video, like it. Got a comment for me, comment, and until next time, peace out, my monstrosities.